Well, certainly Chef Tony brings us wonderful gourmet things here at QVC. What we have for you today is brand new, and it comes to us from Delizioso Desserts.
Well said.
Thank you.
Well said.
This is the sea salt caramel cake.
Yes.
And by the way, this is over 3 pounds of this delicious cake. First of all, tell everybody a little bit about Delizioso Desserts.
Absolutely. What we did is we created a special brand called Delizioso specifically for our foodies. So what we do is we look for old-fashioned recipes from the old country, things that we like, flavor profiles we like, and we create our cake specifically for QVC, which is amazing. So the first thing I want to do is just going to walk over here, because I want them to see this.
Here's my 3 1/4 pound cake.
3 1/4 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
So depending on how you cut this, you can get anywhere from 8 to 14 slices.
Really?
You can really punch it up to 16 if you wanted to. But this is the kind of size that I like, which will give you about 12 to 14 slices. And then the ingredients is what sets us apart.
Tell me.
So this is not just sea salt, but it's Mediterranean Sicilian sea salt. It is the best on the planet. So that's number one.
Okay.
And don't let the salt fool you. It's a very light touch, so it's not overpowering. I want you to just see as I touch this with my spoon.
Okay, we're going to bring the camera in close to watch what you're doing.
You see
First of all, look at how spongy that cake is.
That's exactly what it is. It's a moist, tender, very light chocolate sponge cake.
Wow.
And then this piece right here is going to absolutely kill your taste buds. This is Italian dolce latte caramel mousse. So I'm just going to take my spoon.
Okay.
Watch this.
Here
I'm
we
going to come right down.
Oh, look at the creaminess there.
Look at how light and how creamy that caramel is.
Oh, that's good.
So, and then on the top, I'll just explain this.
Okay.
We have a butter caramel streusel that is made from scratch.
For just a second.
Sure.
Tell me.
So it's a handmade from scratch butter caramel streusel, and then the little blossoms you see of chocolate are from Belgium. They're imported. So I'm just going to take this.
Okay.
I'm going to
I was going to say,
little spoon.
did you notice how I just kind of happened to take that plate in my hand?
I want you to taste this because this is just a flavor explosion. The cake is moist and tender. The mousse just absolutely envelops your mouth, but light, not heavy. And then you get a little bit of the sea salt that just brings out the chocolate flavor and the caramel.
And that's what it does.
Absolutely.
The sea salt just kind of punches up the flavor of the chocolate. It sort of intensifies that wonderful creamy flavor of the caramel. And when you combine it all, I have to tell you, this is like, you know when you go to your favorite, like really, really, really good Italian restaurant, and you know once you finish that meal, the dessert is the only thing that could top it? That is this dessert.
Thank you.
Oh, when you say truly sourcing so that you can bring that sort of old world, truly authentic flavor. Oh my goodness, Delizioso for sure. All right, here's what's going on, everybody, because this is brand new today. Remember, this is our final Easter gourmet holiday show where everything in the program will be there by Easter as long as you're using your credit card to place your order. This new cake included. And so if you want it, just let us know. And this is one that can be sent to your house. This is one that you can do a bill to ship to. You can take dessert if you're going to someone's for Easter and you want to bring the dessert. What a great thing to bring.
Absolutely.
Oh, golly.
These squares I love too. What we do at our house is we cut the edges off, we square up the cake, and then we cut them into those beautiful little squares. You can serve it with champagne or a different type of a light sweet like Moscato wine.
Wow.
What I love about the cake is that it's not heavy.
I'm going to reach around here for just a
please
second.
do, because the taste on this, I'm going to actually do something for you.
Because again, when you talk about the ingredients are what make this, because look at how spongy that, and that just means moistness.
That's correct.
Oh, and
I'm proud of that.
Can we
look at that
show
lightness?
This?
Absolutely.
Look at that. Yeah.
Creamy.
If you haven't had caramel mousse, with a bite of chocolate cake, you are missing out.
And all imported ingredients that we use. So the dolce latte, everything that we put in our cakes, it's like you came to our house and I made this from scratch, put it out to my family, is what our whole brand is about.
Even the imported chocolate, and it's all
everything
delicious. Sharon?
Yes.
Would you like a little, sea salt and caramel?
Just the look of this cake, it looks so outrageously boutique-y expensive to me. Oh, thank you. Before I even have a bite, I mean, it's just, the color is just extraordinary.
It's like the finishing touch at the best Italian restaurant.
This is so light.
Well, wait till you taste it. You're going to get
And the cake is so moist.
the moist cake, and then the crunch of the strudel.
my gosh.
Is just absolutely killer.
I can't believe how the texture of it melts in your mouth until you get to that strudel, and then it gives you something hearty for a complete balance of texture.
And the salt, you notice it's very light. It's not heavy. It just brings out the flavor of the caramel mousse and the chocolate.
You actually don't notice it for like 3 or 4 seconds, and then all of a sudden it kind of blossoms as you're eating it.
And again, that's the reason we use Mediterranean sea salt. You know, it's harvested the old-fashioned way. In the spring, they actually bring the seawater in. They let it evaporate naturally in the beautiful winds and summer sun. And that's all we'll use because it's just the perfect flavor.
It is. It's just so light. It's airy, and yet at the same time, the flavors just work so beautifully together. The chocolate, the caramel, the sea salt that just punches up that chocolate and caramel together. And then, so you've got this moist, spongy cake. You've got this wonderful, light, airy, creamy mousse. And then on top, you add that wonderful streusel, and then the chocolate, just a little more of the chocolate and caramel. So here's what you do. This is brand new today, everybody, from Delizioso. It truly is, when you think about the experience that you get when you go to a fine restaurant, and maybe you know, the pastry chef has made that wonderful cake just that day. Now I can have it in my own home. Now, when it arrives, Chef Tony, what do I do?
It comes frozen. It'll stay in the freezer for a year.
Okay.
Take it out, cut what you need, pop it in the fridge about 4 to 5 hours. Let it defrost in the refrigerator. And then cut and serve.
Yeah.
If you're in a bind, you can cut a slice out in about an hour on a plate. It's ready to go. But I promise you, this is like I made in my own kitchen, right to yours.
I know.
It is decadent, light, sweet, delicious.
Your family will say, when did you have time to go to an Italian bakery? So let us know if you'd like it. M54624, that's the item number. Brand new today. The sea salt caramel cake, 3 1/4 pounds total, up to 14 portions there, and they are rich and generous and absolutely delicious. So please stay in the process of placing your order.
And thank you,
Chef
everybody.
Tony.
Thank you.
Wonderful. All right, we're going to check in with Sharon and see what we have next for you in our gourmet holiday just in time for Easter.
Well, Leah, we've got a lot of deliciousness in this show, and don't forget, somewhere in our 3rd hour there, we're going to have a special new treat you have never ever seen before featuring coconut. But right now, we need to talk about something that is really special. I was actually just checking the stats on this on QVC.com, my friend. In order to be considered customer top rated, you have to have 11 reviews, and it has to be at least 4.5 out of 5 stars. Every review is 5 stars, and there's 10 of them there. So they're right on the cusp. Everybody loves these. You're getting 3 pounds of bacon-wrapped sea scallops from Graham & Rollins, and 54413. These sold out the last day they were presented. So the fact that we were able to get some back just in time for your Easter celebration means you will have the ultimate white tablecloth, gentleman with the napkin wrapped around his arm in the tray style appetizer that you see at a wedding served at your Easter party. So grab those 4 easy payments. Johnny Graham, you are a part of a 4th generation family that is celebrating 75 years in business this year.
That's correct. 4 generations. My great-grandfather started the company back in 1942.
It's a big deal.
All we do is seafood, Sharon. We try to do it well.
Yeah, and you do. You definitely do it well. So I need to talk to you about scallops, because some people that are familiar with your brand know you from crab cakes, lobster cakes.
Correct.
Here we're talking about scallops. What makes a good scallop?
Well, these scallops wrapped in bacon are select scallops. So when I say select, they're called top of the trip. And when I say top of the trip,